Hi guys, I'm live. How you guys doing? Um, I'm probably venturing out to some unfamiliar territory for me in this video because I'm actually giving life advice right now in this video. I don't usually do that, but when I learn things, I like to share it with you guys, so that's what I'm doing. Um, so the Persians in the old days, or whatever days they were, they made rugs, and they made them perfectly. They knew how to make a rug with no mistakes. An absolutely perfect rug. But rather than just put them out like that, they would intentionally put a flaw in each one. It's called a Persian flaw. First of all, a statement that they're so perfect they can make a flaw on purpose. And if they make a flaw, it is on purpose, is even a stronger statement of perfection than just making a perfect rug. For some reason, I don't know, it's like I made a perfect rug doesn't really prove what your mindset was. You might have got lucky. But if you make an intentional flaw, that means you did the rug on purpose and you made the flaw on purpose, which means you're in total control of the situation, which is actually a stronger statement of perfection than just making perfect rugs. So I've applied this sometimes to my life, Like, I'm not saying I'm the Persians. I'm not saying I have a perfect life or whatever, but I'm very technical and analytical and exact in what I do almost all the time. Like, I try to not make mistakes, and sometimes I don't. Whether it's in my music, whether it's in my meditations, whether it's in life, I don't know, whatever. But sometimes lately, I try just making an intentional imperfection, like make a mistake on purpose, like let yourself go a little bit. Don't be perfect on this one. Just try to make a mistake here, see if it happens. And if it happens, oh, wow, I did that. And it may enrich your life. It may be like even more of a statement of perfection and control over your life than if you just never made a mistake. And not only that, sometimes it gives you a step back when you make an intentional mistake. And then when you go forward faster. It's like in running sometimes. Like, you don't just stand there, or shot put, or throwing a ball. You don't just stand there and throw it. You go back first and wind up, and then you step back before you want to go forward even further. And sometimes making an intentional mistake can be like that proverbial step back just for a second. And then when you go forward, you find yourself going forward with less fear of mistakes, which actually makes you more accurate, believe it or not. I mean, when you're really concerned about mistakes and you don't make them, you're still good. But if you've already made one, you really don't care. And that makes you even more bold. And you still haven't lost your ability to do your life perfect. I mean, you still haven't lost your faculties that made you perfectionist in the first place. But when you have that little edge of not caring, and you just go with the flow over a little bit better, and you actually go faster, and you actually even become more exact for some reason. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I found in my life. Do a take, like, let's say, do a take on, you can fill in your own example there. Just do it imperfectly once, just to do it, just to say, I did that, but I meant to do that. And then it kind of cleans up your act a little bit too, because it sharpens you to not do that again. And it makes you a little like braver the next time, like, oh yeah, watch this. It puts you in areas you might not have gone in if you just stayed being perfect all the time. Everybody makes mistakes. You're going to make one eventually anyway. Might as well make one on purpose, LOL, And I've started doing this, I'm not saying my life is perfect, but sometimes my mental routine can be rigid because I have Aspies. And I can be like in my own world of perfection. And if I break out of that by just making an intentional mistake, sometimes it can actually be a good thing. And not only that, life has a way of balancing out. Or if you make a mistake in one area, let's say I choose to make a mistake in X, Y might be a different category that I might do better in because I goofed up at X. Like, I may make an intentional mistake in music, but that may up my computer skills for some reason. It all balances out. I just did some cool stuff on my computer. I entering my new card number and connecting my accounts to getting paid on certain things and blah, blah, blah. I was like a little Bill Gates, but I had the bravery of that. I had I don't give a heck. from having made an initial mistake a few days ago on my walk. I just decided to, I don't know. I just have these little, little idiosyncrasies in how I walk. And some of them are silly, but you walk as much as me, you develop those. And one day, after a couple of days ago, I broke it. Like I let myself break one of my walking idiosyncrasies, and it may have improved other parts of my life, and it made me stronger in other parts of my life. And not only that, not only all that I'm putting out there, but they say sometimes the most beautiful thing isn't the most perfect thing. It's a beautiful thing with one slight imperfection that makes the rest of the beauty even stand out more. Example. Well, I don't know if you look at a girl, let's say, and everything's perfect except one thing. And that one thing makes everything else about her look even more beautiful than it would if that thing wasn't there. And same can be applied to the Persian rug or to your life. Maybe just an intentional little imperfection can make the general perfection of your life stand out even better than if you just had a perfect life. Anyway, love you guys. Peace, love, and rock and roll.